Today's Cringe or Not Cringe segment is going to be surrounding health things, like healthcare, keeping care of your body. Let's talk. Cringe or not cringe, cold plunging.
I think it's pretty cringe, especially if you make it your whole personality.
Okay.
If you're just doing it for health, it's probably good. I don't do it. I don't do cold showers either, so.
Have you ever done it before? Like a cold plunge?
I've done like a polar bear plunge.
Like in like a cold lake?
Yeah. We will jump into cold lake from time to time in Colorado.
Colorado.
I've never seen it done in a not cringe way.
Yeah.
Producer Gracie, not polar plunge, cold plunging, cringe or not cringe? Gracie says cringe for sure.
I have one.
Okay.
Protein
shakes. That's actually a really freaking good one. Protein shake.
Protein shakes one, smoothies two.
Smoothies too is what she says.
Well, smoothies, no.
Smoothies
Those
is
are
not cringe
fantastic.
to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good. Yeah.
I think that protein shakes, completely depending on how you hold your shaker bottle, will be completely, because I've never had protein shakes. I don't even see them. I actually did. I used to have them in high school and they didn't help me at all. I thought they were really dumb. And like the fact that guys have like the shaker bottles in general was super cringe to me. And then I saw some dudes that I like respect start rocking them, and I was like, okay, cool, like healthcare, rock and roll.
I've got my take.
But if you're straight up out in public shaking that crap all the time, I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thought. I'll be open book, right?
Yeah.
Do you have your take, Lane?
It's kind of the same thing as my cold plunge take. It's like if it's your whole personality and you're making it all about you and how you're so healthy and yoked or anything.
Yeah.
If you're like the guys that we talked to yesterday.
Golly.
Dude,
then-
holy
That was
cow.
insane.
Yeah.
That was a nuts experience. I told Gracie about it.
Good.
There was like these two, just like the biggest gym bro figures I've interacted with maybe in my whole life.
I've
I
also-
interacted with yesterday.
I don't know if I've ever seen whiter skin than that ginger guy. His legs were like pasty white.
Yeah.
Like your
That's
socks
pretty
white.
funny. Yeah.
I didn't notice that. I definitely noticed he was a ginger. He was a yoked guy. Both
They
of
were
them were
both
yoked.
very, like they probably do.
They literally
creatine.
had like personal trainer T-shirts on.
Yeah.
And they were going. I guess they worked at a gym. They were going to pass out maybe coupons. They were looking for leasing offices.
Yeah.
And so I don't really know what they were doing. But anyways, they interacted with us because they were looking for the leasing office. We knew where the leasing office was. And they just were not real.
Yeah.
They were talking as if
They said the F word a lot,
they did.
and they were talking like they
Pretty-
were TikTok gym bros or something. I don't know. I don't even know.
Like, not like, cursing, everyone has their own ethic on it. I feel like necessity is kind of like something that a lot of people agree on. And like, if you're gonna cuss, if it's not necessary, a pretty agreed on term is like, that's like kind of a quality it needs to have. It needs to be necessary in order for someone to say it. And it was just completely unnecessary whenever they were speaking. Like, they were literally like, they were like, hey, where's the effing leasing office? And I was like, oh, it's over there. And he was just like, oh, this guy F's.
Yeah.
He's effing messing with me. F.
Yeah.
And we were just like
middle school.
Yeah.
I just learned the F word. Let me throw it out here.
Yeah, or he's like not allowed to cuss at home, and then he like just left the house.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm effing doing it now. Gracie just sneezed. Have you heard that off in the distance? You probably
Bless
did.
you.
My take on protein shakes
Okay.
is it's cringe if you drink it out of the shaker bottle,
Okay.
but it's not cringe if you pour it into like a glass and drink it like a normal drink, like a smoothie or something.
I agree.
That's my take.
That's a good take.
Yeah.
Because if you're like pop the lid and then like just chug it out of there,
Yeah.
it's kind of a tough look.
Yeah. It's
But
also
if you just pour it out into like a glass and drink it with a straw, it's just a drink.
why do people drink protein shakes? I genuinely don't know. Like that I'm trying to learn right now.
When you're lifting weights, you're trying to build muscle, and part of helping muscle recovery and growth is ingesting protein like within a short period of time after breaking down the muscle to help build back the musle.
Yeah.
So you want to drink a protein shake like basically right after you finish lifting weights.
Speaking of healthcare, I have a little bit of and the gym bro thing. I have a story this week that's I don't know. I genuinely don't even know who this person is. So I don't know if this is wrong or not to be talking about them. I'm going to say the story and I would love to hear y'all's thoughts.
It's just a story. It's a fictional story.
But this girl that is in this workout class that I was in, I do like HIIT interval training gym thing.
X4.
And X4. And honestly, it's like it is the most intense like workout environment I've ever been in, but it's awesome because it's like really short. It rips you apart, and then you like kind of don't really have to work out again like all day, and or you only have to do it like a few times a week to really keep your body healthy. Anyways, there's these like I'm trying to figure out how to explain this without explaining the whole thing. But there's this girl that was in there, and like we had these different segments. There's these 4 stations, and whenever you're at a station, you have stations within your station, and one of it is like you're on the bike and you're cruising, and which cruises like a moderate pace, but like you're still like, I mean, the music is blaring, you're still like in the zone when you're doing it. You're supposed to be super tired from your working in the other ways, so then when you get on the bike and cruise, you're supposed to like be like destroyed essentially. That's like the vibe of the workout. But anyways, this girl on the bike, I looked up and she was like on her phone like texting, and like I don't know how to explain that other than like that is super weird in this environment.
Yeah.
To be like everyone is just like
yeah, and you have
and then like in the background it's like and it's like
a Avicii
super loud
in the background.
Literally like I don't even know how to impersonate like a EDM like Avicii song nowadays, but like literally like it's the loudest environment ever. And I just like looked up and this girl was just like I don't even know how to explain it. She's just like a girl on like a very chill, sweatless girl like playing on her phone, and I was just like, that is so odd. And then like she did it several times throughout the workout. Like no one even brings their phone from the lockers, and she like several times at all the different other stations, she kept like getting on her phone and like texting during breaks that you're not supposed to take. And no hate, you know, like everybody has to work out in their own way. But it seems like odd that she was like getting on her phone. And then, anyways, after the class, she made a comment about Daily Edition, which is the coffee shop across the street, because if you park over there and you're not going there, then Daily Edition tows your car because they only have like 4 parking spots.
Not very many.
And they do it because of like the construction people that are over there, because they're building that huge like neighborhood over there now. But they also tow anyone who parks there because they need their spots. And she was like, she said something along the lines of, "Well, that's not our problem that we're parking there." And I've never, but she also like was, like I said, wildly out of touch, or is kind of my like perception of her, because she was like just texting at a 6 a.m. workout class, and then at the very end she was just like, I just thought it was super interesting.
That is
Anyways,
strange.
Wait, so for the workout, is she actually participating in the workout and she's so good that she's not sweating, or is she not participating?
I don't think she was not participating.
Oh, okay.
Also, there's a coach there.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, push 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, rest. 30
whack.
seconds.
Yeah.
We're moving stations. Like
Yeah,
someone
literally
yelling
like,
at you
like
the
a
whole
military workout is
Yeah.
kind of the vibe.
Jeez.
It's super.
And so for like loud music and a coach yelling at you to like encourage you and push you, and she's just on her phone. That's like really strange.
It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, now that I say this, I feel like it definitely is just gossip, so I kind of feel bad right now. I just thought it was super interesting at the very end of it. She made a comment about like it wasn't her problem that she made a towing. Like, I don't know why I thought about that. What were we talking about right before that?
We were talking about
it's cringe depending on how you cringe or not cringe depending on how you do it. So
Yeah.
anyways,
cringe or not cringe CrossFit.
yeah, that was gonna be my next one. I feel like this is also completely dependent on how you're doing it. I have never, sorry, not never. I have rarely seen someone get into CrossFit without it becoming a core, like a Mount Rushmore of their life. Like Mount Rushmore
It's
face
like
of their
the
life.
thing they do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Similar to veganism, it's like probably pretty great, but if it's the only thing you talk about,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I did CrossFit for like a month one time, and there were a couple people I met who I thought were like really awesome people. Like there's this doctor at our church who's just super kind, and I chatted with him a little bit. He was like, your wife comes here, you know, blah, 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 and we go to church, and I've run into him in public later on, and he's super, super kind.
Yeah.
And he's very, very fit because he does CrossFit every day.
Yeah.
But it's not like a part of who he like how he defines himself. And similarly with what's the guy named Ben? I forgot his last name.
Pody.
Maybe, yeah. He's part of the welcome team at church.
Yeah.
Him also like does CrossFit, very fit,
Super kind.
but super kind, and like doesn't seem like he's trying to shove CrossFit down your throat. So like I've met several people like that who I think it's not cringe at all that they do that. It's just like a fitness thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then also, again, you make it your whole personality, then it's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, it's like cycling. It's like if that's your whole thing, you're only talking about cycling, probably not ideal.
Sure.
And I love cycling.
So that's our conclusion with cringe or not cringe is it's only cringe if you make it your whole personality.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yep.
We got it.
Yep.